Good morning, all of you. The chapter was completed yesterday, and we are going to discuss the question answers today. Fine. Silk Road chapter was completed yesterday. Just skip. Understanding the text. See, as we read the chapter very deeply, you should know each and every quote that is given. Fine. Each and every dialogue that is given in that chapter, each and every stream or reason means the quotation that is quoted from the chapter, that you should know about that. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
We have taken 6 or 7 days for completed the chapter, so you should know each and everything about the chapter. Question 1 is, give reasons for the following statement. Why these statements are quoted inside the chapter, within the chapter? Why these statements are used? First is, the article has been titled Silk Road. The chapter name, you can say, the article is used for the chapter. आर्टिकल वर्ड जो है इन्होंने चैप्टर के लिए यूज किया है. सो दे आर सेइंग, व्हाई दे आर आस्किंग, द आर्टिकल हैज बीन टाइटल्ड सिल्क रोड. व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड सिल्क रोड? कैन एनीबॉडी टेल मी? हाँ जी. द स्टूडेंट हु अटेंड द क्लास रेगुलरली. व्हाई द चैप्टर नेम इज सिल्क रोड? Because the journey that is told in this chapter, the journey means the author's journey that is explained in the particular chapter Silk Road, that journey is going on through Silk Road. Fine. The narrator is going to his destination. What is his destination? Destination क्या है उनका? Mount Kailash. Why he was going to Mount Kailash? To perform Kora. Fine. So his destination was Mount Kailash, and he was completing or traveling through Silk Road. He was going to his destination through Silk Road. Why this road is called Silk Road? क्यों इस रोड को सिल्क रोड बोला जाता है? Because most of the trade, means most of the silk trade was done by on this road. इस सिल्क रोड पर most of the time सिल्क की ट्रेडिंग की जाती थी. Silk trading was done on this road mainly. It doesn't mean that other items were not traded. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि कोई और चीज की ट्रेडिंग हुई ही नहीं उस रोड से. No, other items were also traded, but this was the silk was the main thing that was traded, and that is the reason to call it a Silk Road. And why this chapter is called Silk Road? Because the journey which is described in whole of the chapter, starting से लेकर end तक हम एक जर्नी के बारे में ही पढ़ रहे थे, and that complete journey was going on the Silk Road. Fine. Next statement is, Tibetan mastiffs were popular in China's imperial courts. What is Tibetan mastiff, if you remember? What is Tibetan mastiff? हाँ जी.
Guard dog.
Animals of kind of dogs.
Watchful guard dogs.
You can say
They are used for security. And
yes, dogs. These are Tibetan mastiffs is used for Tibetan dogs. Fine. The particular dogs that are found in the area of Tibet, that are used for what purpose was that? क्या पर्पस था मेनली इस तरह के डॉग्स को रखने का? Because they were very dangerous, and it is told in the chapter that earlier, outside of the imperial courts means जो king के जो courts होते थे, king के जो palace होते थे, outside of those courts, these Tibetan mastiffs were kept for what purpose? For guarding के लिए और मतलब देखभाल के लिए, so that nobody could enter inside these palaces, nobody could enter inside these courts without any permission. Fine. So these Tibetan mastiffs were so dangerous that kind of dangerous dogs these were, that they do not allow to a person to enter inside. So they are called, why these Tibetan Mastiffs were famous for China's imperial courts. Fine. These were belonging to Tibet actually, but these dogs were kept in China also for taking care of their courts. Question number 3 is, the author's experience at Hor was in stark contrast to earlier accounts of the place. Yes. What is the meaning of this particular statement? इसका मीनिंग मैं बता देती हूँ आपको. If you can answer me after that. The meaning of this particular statement is that कि author का जो अब experience था होर पर, it was in stark contrast. It was just opposite of earlier accounts of the place. होर का जो पहले का experience उसका था और होर का अब experience जो था उसका, ये just opposite थे. Do you know that he has visited Hor earlier? क्या वो होर नाम की जगह पर पहले भी आया था?
मैम उसने सिर्फ बुक्स रीड करी थी, उसके बारे में पता था.
Very good, Dimple. That he has read about that place in the books, and in literature books when he read about that particular place, what he had read about, क्या पढ़ा था उसने?
That Hor is a beautiful place.
Yes, and it was a pious and holy place also. The water water in the stream was very clear. But when he came to the place, what was his experience? हाँ जी. लेकिन जब वो आया होर पर विजिट करने के लिए, what was his experience while coming here? It was not at all that kind of place which he read in the books. It was really you can say it was really a garbage. It means so many heaps of garbage were there in that place, and the water of that clear stream was not at all clear. The water was really dirty of that area. Fine. And earlier what he has read about the chapter, earlier what he had read about the place, that it was really a good and pious or holy place, and so beautiful it was that the people who visited it earlier, they just burst into tears कि उनके इतने साफ पानी को देखकर, इतने सुंदर जगह को देखकर वो एक तरह से इमोशनल हो गए थे when they came earlier. But now it was a really dirty and heaps of garbage were there at each and every place. So this was the contrast. Fine. Next question is, the author was disappointed with Darchin. Yes. Why the author was disappointed with Darchin? Can anybody tell me? Question number 4, the statement number 4, the author was disappointed with Darchin. Why he was disappointed? First thing, when he came to Darchin, his guide left him. His guide Setin has left him after they reached Darchin. So he became lonely. He was alone at Darchin. He was thinking that how should he go to complete his Korah now. Second thing, that after reaching Darchin, he was not well. He became ill after reaching Darchin. He got breathing problem because he was at the altitude. Altitude means height पर आ गए थे वो एक, so he was getting breathing problem. 2 or 3 things happened like that. That first of the thing, that his guide left him after reaching Darchin. Second thing, he was getting health issues. Fine, after reaching Darchin. So he was feeling really alone at that time, and he was not getting any English person. He was not getting any pilgrim at that person. So he was in a tension that how I will going to complete my work that I has come for. जिस काम के लिए मैं आया हूँ वो कैसे कंप्लीट करने वाला हूँ. That's why he was really disappointed with the place. Fine. Got to know? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Are you having any doubt about these four statements? Yes. Any doubt about these four statements which we have discussed already?
No, ma'am.
5.
No, ma'am.
Question number 5 or statement number 5, you can say, the author thought that his positive thinking strategy worked well after all. Yes. What does he mean by this? What does he mean by this? See, can anybody tell me, or should I explain? The author thought that his positive thinking strategy worked well after all. See, if you remember, after reaching Darjin, when his guide left him, when Satin has left him, the author was a little bit negative. Fine, and he was saying that, however, he is a positive thinker. And he do that kind of things as like meditation kind of things to be positive. But he was becoming a little bit negative also. But after, in the end of the chapter, he is saying that his positive thinking strategy worked well after all. Means when he met Norbu, in the end of the chapter, when he met Norbu, then he was having a hope. That yes, I will be able to complete my Quora, because I haven't lost my positivity, because I was having a positivity inside me, and that positivity helped me after all. That he wanted to say with the help of this statement. Have you got it wrong? Is it clear or any doubt still? Hanji, statement number 5 is clear to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
one. Next question is, briefly comment on the purpose of the author's journey to Mount Kailash. This answer you people must know the answer of this question. Hanji,
मैं
so many
सेल्फ
times.
इम्प्रूवमेंट के लिए फॉर अ सेल्फ इम्प्रूवमेंट
Anything
To
else?
perform Quora.
Yes.
टू टू बूस्ट पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग
He was not going to boost up his positive thinking actually. I'm sure it is not correct. He was going. What was the particular reason to go to Mount Kailash? Because he was a Buddhist. Fine. He was a follower of Buddhism. And a ritual that belongs to Buddhism, that is called Kora. And as he was a follower of Buddhism, he wanted to perform that Kora. That was the particular reason. That's why he went to Mount Kailash to perform Kora. Got it? क्या reason, particular
Yes,
reason था
ma'am.
उनका वहाँ जाने का? Second question is, the author's physical condition in Darjeeling. What was his physical condition in Darjeeling? If anybody know? Yes. We have read the chapter very deeply.
मैम सही नहीं थी.
Only a single line, only a single sentence you will write.
He was suffering from cold
Hmm.
due to high altitude,
Hmm. Yes, very good. Anything else?
in which breathing problems arise.
Yes. That is right, Dimple. Anyone else want to add anything else? Yes. Due to a great altitude, he was suffering from health issues, you can say, and he was getting breathing problem. He got cold in that area. After reaching that area, he got cold. He was getting breathing problem, and Another kind of problem he was getting, that whenever he was lying on his bed, his nostrils were completely blocked. Fine. But when he was sitting on his bed, he was getting a relief. Fine. Have we read it about not or no? Have we read it in the chapter? That when he was lying on his bed, and it happens to everyone actually, whenever we are having cold, whenever we have cold, तो हमारे क्या होता है, हम लोग सारे ही ऐसे होते हैं कि जैसे ही बेड पर लेटते हैं हमारी नोस्ट्रिल्स ब्लॉक हो जाते हैं. फाइन. बट एज सून एज वी सिट on our bed, as soon as we get up from the bed, then our nostrils or the passage of our nose get cleared. Same problem he was having. It was his condition, it was his physical condition in when he reached that gym. Fine. Is it clear? The answer for question
Yes,
number
ma'am.
second.
Yes, ma'am.
Third statement, the author's meeting with Norbu. Who can describe? Who can describe the author's meeting with Norbu? Hanji. See, at Derchin in a local cafe, one day the author was sitting, the narrator was sitting in a cafe, in a local cafe at Derchin. He was reading a novel. He started reading a novel because he was completely distressed. Actually, why he was distressed? Because his guide has left. He was not having any particular person. He was not having any person who can understand him, because he was an English speaker. Fine. And no, he did not get anybody. He was not getting anybody who can understand him. कोई भी नहीं था उस एरिया में जो इंग्लिश समझता हो. फाइन. So he was completely distressed. So what he started doing? He started reading a novel because he was nothing else to do. He was not having nothing. He was not having to do anything else. कुछ और काम था ही नहीं उसके पास. He started reading that novel. Fine. Just then Norbu, a person who understand a little bit English, that person came to the author, and that person was Norbu. He asked the author that could he sit next to the counter, means क्या उसकी टेबल पर बैठ सकता है. In that case, in that way, the author met Norbu in that cafe. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Question number 4 is Satin's support to the author during the journey. What was Satin's support? Yes. Had Satin support during his journey? Anji? Yes, Satin supported him a lot during his journey because he did not know a single thing about that area. About that area, he was completely new person for it. The area was completely new for him. Fine. And Satin helped him a lot to know about that area. He helped him at each and every place, each and every step, you can say. Fine. उस एरिया के बारे में जानने के लिए पूरी तरह से हेल्प कर रहा था Satin. However, he was a guide. However, he was earning money in return of that. But he was, after all, he was helping him, and he helped the narrator to know about that area very well. Got to know? Hanji, have you got the answer? The last comment is for fifth one. As a Buddhist, he told me he knew that it did not really matter if I passed away, but he thought it would be bad for his business. Who said this word? Who said these words? Satin said these words. Satin said these words to the author. He said that he was a Buddhist. Who was a Buddhist? The narrator was a Buddhist. He knew that it did not really matter if I passed away. Saturn was saying that it doesn't matter to me. Means if, as he was not well at Dajin, we know, within the chapter we came to know that he got ill while he reached to Dajin. But Saturn has left him at Dajin. Dajin पहुंचने के बाद Saturn ने उसे छोड़ दिया था. He went back to Lhasa. Fine. So Saturn was saying that if you pass away, कि अगर तुम मर भी जाते हो ना, it doesn't matter to me. कि मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Why? Because if you will die when I am with you, it will completely finish my business. कि अगर मैं तुम्हारे साथ होता हूँ और तब तुम मर जाते हो, तो इससे मेरा बिजनेस खत्म हो जाएगा. Why? Why it will become? Because he was a famous guide of that area. Fine. If हम अगर किसी place पर जाते हैं, if we come to know that a person died with that guide, so will we hire that guide or not? Yes.
No, ma'am.
No. Obviously no. That's why he was saying that it doesn't really matter to me you will die or not, but that will be harmful, that will completely finish my business, that is bad for my business if you die. So I am leaving you right now. You can hire another guide and you can complete your Korah. That person, means Saturn, said these words to the narrator. Got it? Any doubt? Anji? Yes, please. Are you having any doubt related to these 5 and 10 questions?
No, ma'am.
Find these ones
No,
and
ma'am.
find these ones. The chapter, that time of the class is over. We will meet you tomorrow. Okay? With a new chapter now. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome, dear.